Welcome everybody to Convoluted. I'm Jesse Asher, and today I'm actually going to tell you about the very first person on the formalized FBI's top 10 most wanted list, Thomas James Holden.
Fugitive, one of their top 10 most wanted fugitives.
Man who landed on the FBI's most wanted list. One of the FBI's top 10 fugitives.
The most wanted list nearly 6
To the
years.
FBI's 10 most wanted
Now,
list.
Thomas James Holden, he was the very first criminal to ever be put on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. Holden, also known as Tough Tommy, was one half of the Holden and Keating gang, the other half being Francis Keating. They were known for holding up vehicles, trains, banks, and robbing what they could and then taking off. Holden's criminal campaign kicked off in the 1920s, but later he was convicted for robbing a mail train. Well, they were both arrested actually. They were both arrested in March of 1928, found guilty and sentenced to 25 years each. Two years later, they escaped Leavenworth Federal Penitentiary in Kansas, and after their escape, they fled to St. Paul, Minnesota, where they started a new gang and commenced with more robberies. They then smuggled guns and ammo into Leavenworth, Kansas, which aided in 7 more inmates escaping from the prison, which there's also a book out there I intend on reading, Leavenworth 7, The Deadly 1931 Prison Break. And not too much longer, they would be arrested once again by the FBI, who found them and 2 other escapees actually playing golf in Kansas. Holden was then sent to the famous Alcatraz prison, but then was paroled on November 28, 1947. Now, after his parole, Holden made his way back to Chicago to be with his wife Lillian. And on June 5th, 1949, police responded to a call about gunshots from an apartment in the west side of Chicago. Lillian and her brother Ray Griffin and her half-brother John Archer were all dead from gunshots fired by what the assumed .38 revolver that was lying on the dresser nearby. Ray Griffin's wife, Elva, she was also shot, but she lived and gave an account about the night. And according to Elva, they were all out drinking when Holden and Lily got into an argument, apparently because she wanted to go home. When they got home, Holden supposedly started beating up Lillian. The others came to her aid, and Holden then shot them and fled. Once the FBI formalized their top 10 list, Holden became the very first name ever listed on March 14th, 1950 due to his recent crime and his past record. A picture had run in the Oregonian one morning, which led to suspicion around a man named John Roger McCullough. FBI confronted John McCullough at a job site in Beaverton, Oregon in 1951. The FBI then arrested this day laborer, John McCullough, in front of his colleagues on June 23, 1951. John McCullough was a plasterer, but he was actually Thomas James Holden, who had been using that alias ever since the murders in Chicago. So in November 1951, Holden was found guilty of murder and locked up, where he would die 2 years later while still in prison. Thank you for watching another episode of Convoluted, and stay tuned for the second man ever put on the list, on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. Make sure you like and subscribe and share, and check out all my other videos, specifically the ones about wrongfully convicted people, and help out as much as you can. Deuce.